Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Pretty Info, that is at the rate Pretty Informative. Welcome to our series known as Fiction to Fortune, where we look at some interesting business stories. So, without any further ado, let's dive in. In the city of Nagpur, there was a small snack brand called the Morning Bite. This was run by a very young man named Raghav. His snacks were tasty, affordable, and perfect for a quick breakfast. But there was one problem. Most people simply forgot to buy them. They were very busy rushing to work, skipping breakfast altogether. So every morning, Raghav sat outside his shop and watched the bus stop nearby. Students, office goers, and travelers all waiting for their bus, hungry and tired. That's when it hit him that he does not need to chase customers online. He just needed to speak to the ones right in front of him at the right moment. He did not have any money for big advertisements or fancy hoardings, so he tried something very simple. He made a few handwritten cardboard signs and placed them near the bus stop. One read, "Don't skip breakfast." We didn't. Another said, "Next bus is in 6 minutes. Enough time for a poha." These are simple words, but the timing is very accurate. Now, these little boards worked because they spoke to the people at the right moment. Imagine you're standing at the bus stop, hungry, waiting, half asleep, and you read, "Don't skip breakfast." We didn't. It does not feel like an ad, it feels like a reminder. It was a small enough nudge saying, "You deserve a bite before your day begins." The message met the mood, and that's what made people walk straight into the shop. Within weeks, Raghav noticed a huge change. More customers started coming in the morning. And even shopkeepers nearby said, "लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि morning bite वाला पोहा कहाँ है? Where is the breakfast bite?" The brand had quietly become a part of the city's morning routine. Sales doubled, and not because of luck, because of the placement. This is when he realized marketing isn't about just visibility, it's about timing. You don't need to be everywhere, you just need to be present where it matters the most. So, from Raghav's story, we can learn that first we need to observe before we advertise. Placement beats platform. We need to and remind and don't push our product to the customers. And fourth, relevance wins over reach. The smartest marketing isn't always the loudest, it's mostly about timing. Sometimes big ideas don't come from big budgets, they come from simple observation. So now that we have seen how a simple sign doubled the sales for a small snack brand, let's look at some another small business that turned a tiny change into big results. Because mostly it's always the smallest change that gives the biggest results, right? So the another story is from the narrow lane of Jaipur. There was a small tailoring shop called Fit and Fine, run by Amir. He was a skilled tailor, but few customers returned. His stitch was perfect, but something was missing in the customer's experience. One day, while cleaning his shop, Amir noticed the mirror near the trial area. It was slightly tilted downward. Customers saw themselves from a low angle. Their postures looked awkward and clothes seemed less flattering. That small detail was affecting their confidence. So, he made this simple change. He tilted the mirror slightly upward, added soft lighting, and placed a small sign that read, "See how confidence fits you." This was subtle, but it changed many things. Within weeks, customers started smiling and looked confident and happy. They came back more often and even brought friends. The shop didn't just sell clothing anymore, it sold confidence. The conclusion here is simple. Sometimes the experience you create sells better than the product itself. People buy how you make them feel, not just what you make them wear. Tiny thoughts, tricks, and these can turn ordinary into something extraordinary. And that's how a small tailoring shop became a local favorite with nothing more than a mirror, a soft light, and a small idea. So, after seeing how small ideas can transform a snack shop or a tailor business, let's look at some another creative story. This time about turning city power cuts into profit. In the busy lanes of Pune, Vikram ran a small handmade candle shop. His candles were good, but supermarkets sold them cheaper ones in a bulk. He knew he couldn't compete on price, so he looked for another way to stand out. He noticed something. Whenever the lights went out, people panicked and rushed to buy candles. But most stores would sold like plain white candles. Nothing special, no thought behind it. That's when he realized he could create something more appealing than just a candle. What he did was he created a small emergency kit. Three candles, a holder, matches, and tiny foldable LED keychain for mobility. He added scented candles for pleasant experience. Simple, thoughtful, completely different, and it is not available in the supermarket. People always thought that we would be buying in bulk candles and they won't be useful. Rather, we would have this emergency kit with other benefits in it as well. The kit worked because it solved multiple problems at once. People didn't just need candles, they needed mobility, comfort, and a calm experience. The timing was perfect, right before or during power cuts. Customers perceived it as premium, thoughtful, and essential, even though it was inexpensive to make. Now, within weeks, people started pre ordering the kits before blackouts even happened. A small innovation, timing, packaging, and a tiny LED addition made all the difference. Lesson here: big results don't always come from big budgets. Observe your customers, solve the real problems, small thoughtful twist, and be present at the right moment. That's how small businesses come outsmart the big competitors. From the bus stop sign to a tailor's mirror and now a clever candle kit, these stories show that creativity, timing, and observation can transform small businesses. Stay tuned for more such episodes of Fiction to Fortune only on Pretty Info, that is at the rate Pretty Informative. See you in the next one.